Hello dear students, in this session let us continue with the concept of classification of second order linear partial differential equation. Okay, so in the previous session what we have discussed, we have just considered the standard second order partial differential equation, that is AUXX plus BUXY plus CUYY plus DUX plus EUY plus Fu is equal to G. This is the second order partial differential equation in general form, right? So here if I consider b square minus 4ac in this equation, depending on the value of b square minus 4ac, my second order linear partial differential equation classifies into three categories, right? If this value is greater than 0, then the equation will be hyperbolic. If this value is equal to 0, then my equation will be parabolic. And if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the equation is elliptic. Right? This is what we have discussed in the previous session. Then we just consider a new plane, that is the transformation was taking place from xy to xy eta plane. So you will using this xy eta plane, you will consider a partial differential equation with respect to x and y. From that you will find out all these unknowns and you will substitute those values here. From that, after simplification, you will get one more equation of the form a bar u xy xy plus b bar u xy eta plus c bar u eta eta plus d bar u xy plus e bar u eta plus f bar u is equal to g bar, right? So this equation is nothing but the transformation of your first considered equation, right? This is what we have seen in the last class, and also we just discussed the derivation part of your hyperbolic equations, isn't it? So in this session let's consider the parabolic and elliptic cases, and we will derive the canonical form for that type of equations. Okay, so I will consider case 2. Case 2 is nothing but parabolic. So as we have seen here, in order to get a parabolic equation, either a bar or c bar should be 0, along with that b should be 0, right? So from that we can say that, suppose this equation, I will call this equation as equation number 1. Suppose this equation number 1 is parabolic, that means b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. It follows that from this equation, this implies b bar square minus 4a bar c bar is also equal to 0, right? So for this I will set b bar as 0 and a bar is equal to 0 or c bar is equal to 0. Okay, so now suppose a bar is equal to 0. That means from the derivation part we know the value of a bar. A bar is nothing but a xy x square plus b xy x xy y plus c xy y square. This whole term is equal to 0, right? Now what we will do next, we will convert this equation into quadratic equation. For that what I will do, I will divide this whole equation by xy y square. So we will get a into xy x by xy y whole square plus b into xy x by xy y plus c is equal to 0. So here my unknown is xy x by xy y, right? So we can write the equation for xy x by xy y as minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So according to the case, since this is a parabolic, this whole term is 0. So we will get xi x by xi y as minus b by 2a. Right? This is nothing but dy by dx is equal to minus xi x by xi y. This is equal to b by 2a. I can write this as in this form. Right? Now if you integrate this equation, that is dy by dx is equal to minus xi x by xi y is equal to b by 2a. If you integrate this, you will get equation of family of characteristics, that is nothing but xi of x comma y is equal to c1. Right? Similarly, if I choose c bar is equal to 0, then from that I will get a family of equation, that is eta of x comma y is equal to c2. For this, the Jacobian is not equal to 0, right? Jacobian will not be equal to 0 in the case of a bar is equal to 0. So we are considering a bar as 0 but not c bar. So in this case your Jacobian will not be equal to 0. So now we know that b bar is 0 and we have chosen a bar is equal to 0. From this the canonical form will become c bar u eta eta plus d bar u xi plus e bar u eta plus f bar u is equal to g bar. Right? So this is nothing but your parabolic case. Now let's consider the case 3, which is nothing but equation of the type elliptic. Okay. So elliptic means b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So this implies b bar square minus 4a bar c bar is less than 0. In this case, we cannot assume any value to any of a, b or c. So for that what we will do is, so obviously if b square minus 4ac is negative means I will get unimaginary roots, right? So for that purpose I will write directly that dy by dx will take two values, that is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Right? So you can split this and you can write as 2 result also, no problem. So now solving this equations, we get complex conjugate because this is negative means square root of some negative value will leads to imaginary of that value. Right? So that means if we solve this equation, we will get complex conjugate coordinates. I will call that complex conjugate coordinate as xi and eta. Now we will use, or now I am having xi eta plane. This xi eta plane transformed to alpha beta plane now. Okay. This is because since I am getting a complex conjugate coordinates xi and eta, so we are converting our transformation xi comma eta to alpha beta plane. By considering the transformation alpha is equal to xi plus eta by 2 and beta is equal to xi minus eta by 2i. Using this transformation, we will find out the solution. Okay. So now in this case, your a bar, b bar, c bar, you will get values for all the coefficients of your equation number 1 or your equation number 3. Right? So this is the required canonical form. That means you will get a bar u xi xi plus b bar u xi eta plus c bar u eta eta plus d bar u xi plus e bar u eta plus f bar u is equal to g bar. You will get values for all these. Is that clear? So now by keeping all these steps in our mind, let's move to problems. Okay. Let's solve some simple problems first. I will consider an equation dou square z by dou x square is equal to x square into dou square z by dou y square. Okay. We have to determine the nature of this partial differential equation. That means we have to find out whether this partial differential equation is hyperbolic or parabolic or elliptic. Okay. For that, what I should do, I should consider a general second order partial differential equation. In that, I have to collect the values of a, b, c. Right. So the general equation is a zxx. Here the function is not u, z. Right. b zxy plus c zyy plus d zx plus e zy plus f z is equal to g. If I compare this equation with a standard equation, you can observe the value of a is, that means coefficient of zxx is 1, and we don't have b value here. The value of c is minus x square. So b, d, e, f and g are 0. Right. So now consider b square minus 4ac. B square is 0 minus 4 into 1 into minus x square. This is nothing but plus 4x square. This is greater than 0. Right. Even the value of x is negative, square of the negative term gives you positive. So plus 4x square is greater than 0. Therefore, the nature of this PDE is hyperbolic. Right. So similarly, we have two more problems. Second one is dou square z by dou x square plus 2 times of dou square z by dou x dou y plus dou square z by dou y square is equal to 0. Here the value of a is 1, b is 2 and c is 1. D, E, F and G are 0. Right. So consider b square minus 4ac. B square means 2 square is 4 minus 4 into 1 into 1. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Therefore, the nature of this PDE is parabolic. Right. So let's consider one more example. 3 dou square z by dou x square plus 2 dou square z by dou x dou y plus 5 dou square z by dou y square plus x dou z by dou y is equal to 0. Again, the value of a is 3, b is 2 and c is 5. So b square minus 4ac will be equal to 2 square 4 minus 4 into 3 into 5. So you will get 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60, 4 minus 60 is minus 56. This is less than 0. Therefore, given partial differential equation is elliptic. So this is how we will find out the nature of the given partial differential equation. Okay. We have one more problem, that is show that the equation dou square z by dou x square plus 2x into dou square z by dou x dou y plus 1 minus y square into dou square z by dou y square is equal to 0. This equation is elliptic for values of x and in the region of x square plus y square less than 1. In this region, your equation should act as an elliptic. Okay, and this equation should be parabolic on the boundary. And one more thing they have mentioned is this equation should be hyperbolic outside the region. Okay, so first I will write the equation. The equation is dou square z by dou x square plus 2x into dou square z by dou x dou y plus 1 minus y square into dou square z by dou y square is equal to 0. So what is the value of a here? It is 1, b is 2x and c is 1 minus y square. First find out the value of b square minus 4ac. I'm just finding the value of b square minus 4ac. Okay, b square is 4x square minus 4 into 1 into 1 minus y square. We can rewrite this as 4x square minus 4 plus 4y square. That is nothing but 4 into x square plus y square minus 1. This is nothing but the value of b square minus 4ac. So now we have to prove that this b square minus 4ac, this equation is elliptic inside the boundary, right? So for that what we will do is, given equation, right, is elliptic. When it will be elliptic? When b square minus 4ac is less than 0. That means I will consider this 4 into x square plus y square minus 1 is less than 0. This implies x square plus y square minus 1 is less than 0. Or I can rewrite this as x square plus y square is less than 1. So if I express this using graph, so obviously if this is the value of 1, then x square plus y square is less than 1 means you will get a point somewhere inside the circle or inside the boundary, right? So this equation is elliptic inside the boundary, right? So similarly we have to prove that this is parabolic on the boundary, right? For that, so for parabolic, b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. That means 4 into x square plus y square minus 1 is equal to 0. You will get x square plus y square minus 1 is equal to 0. So this implies x square plus y square is equal to 1. So x square plus y square is equal to 1 means the point will be on the boundary, right? So one more thing is hyperbolic. For hyperbolic, b square minus 4ac should be greater than 0. That means 4 into x square plus y square minus 1 is greater than 0. You will get x square plus y square is greater than 1. This is nothing but lies outside the boundary. This equation lies outside the boundary, right? So this is how we can prove that the same equation act as parabolic, elliptic and hyperbolic depending on the value of this x square plus y square. Okay. In the next session, we will discuss the problems that is transforming the given equation into its canonical form. Okay, that means the given equation will be in terms of xy plane, that is uxx uxy, in that form. We will convert that, or we will transform that equation into xy eta plane. Okay, for that we have to remember all the derivation which we have discussed in the previous session and in the beginning of this session. So make sure that you understood everything in a right way so that we can implement those concepts in the next class. Okay, thank you.